So where do we start? Yeah, of course, there is the easiest way to go about it is to promote the circadian cycle and live according to our circadian cycle. I'm just giving a few hints. You get up early in the morning, when the sun rises. The yogis among you, you already know. You do your sun salutation and your eye cleansing with the sun salutation towards the east when the sun rises. Yeah. But most people don't do that. Okay, so you get up early and then you expose yourself to early morning light. It's very important because the retina in our eyes can detect the different frequencies of light. And when it's sunrise, it means please produce serotonin, dopamine, cortisol, make us live, make us active. And it really lifts up the mood. Everything that is natural lifts up the mood. Try to bring your feet to the ground, bare feet on natural ground, not concrete. Then you move in the morning, move your body, do a little bit of sports, whether it's your sun salutation or you do some training or you run for a while, you go out with the dog, it doesn't matter, but give your body the impulse that it's needed. We need those triggers, that we should live. There is a reason to be alive. So create a demand for the body, so that it can work. Then, of course, eat clean, eat healthy, eat whole foods, no processed foods. Just throw out all the environmental toxins as much as you can, detox as much as you can. We're still very much exposed. And you go to bed when the sun sets. Avoid artificial light, especially artificial overhead light, because you might remember we have a pineal gland. It's in the middle of our brain, here, and it has a lens. It looks like a lens. It looks like an eye, and lens is pointing upward. And it's really a light detector. It can detect photons. So when light comes from up, it means it's in the middle of the day, so you should be awake. So overhead light in the evening just delays your sleeping hormones. But when you expose yourself to sunset, you go out and you receive sunsetting light in your eyes, that prepares the body already for going to sleep in a couple of hours. It's a longer pathway. It's not like adrenaline. So it's a longer pathway. Serotonin has to be transformed into melatonin and then during the night into DMT. So you need this. And then you really support your biorhythm. You support your circadian cycle and you can avoid a lot of problems. But there is another way to go about it. So this you should do anyway. Everybody should live healthy. That's clear, and according to the nature. But there is another way how we can tackle the problem, and that is that we go to the source. So what is the source again? The hypothalamus in the brain. Okay. And then there is this nerve going through all our body, and then there is the solar plexus, and then there are the kidneys and the adrenal glands and the cortical glands. So we need to go there. How do we do that? We use this nerve we talked about. The biggest and most complex nerve that we have in our body. It's called the nervus vagus. It's going from the medulla over our chest. So there, over our chest, it's branching out towards lungs, to all the glands, and going down to our solar plexus. And as I said, the solar plexus collects all sorts of information from our abdominal organs, including the kidneys. So we have to enter this pathway and make it good. We have to make it so that the stress declines, that the cells can learn again, stop producing the cortisol non-stop, stop producing such high levels. There is actually peace. And this is mostly important when in the outside world there is no peace. Because you have to be smart and you have to be healthy. so that you can really take the challenges that are coming in your life, that you can face them, that you can overcome your problems. Being brain foggy and being inflamed and having diarrhea and bloating all together at the same time is not really a good state to be in when the war kicks in. Yeah? So this is really important, not only for your wellness or for your health, but actually for survival. Yeah? So what do we use? We use the brain. How do we use the brain? With the mind. Yeah. And we use the nerve, and we use the belly brain so that we can re-regulate the out of balance system. So the nervous vagus, as I said, it branches out. It has different properties. When you breathe very erratic in the chest, it will catch the emotional turmoil from your heart and make stress. Yeah. So it also works with the stress system, with the sympathetic nervous system. But further down, when you breathe here, when you have movement here, activation here, below your rib cage, around the solar plexus, then it indicates it's all fine. Please rest and digest, feel good, heal your wounds. It's peaceful now. You can recover. It has parasympathetic aspects there. So sympathetic and parasympathetic are two sides of our autonomous nervous system. Our autonomous nervous system, as the name says, controls and regulates all kinds of autonomous functions. Whether you have to pee, go to the toilet, you digest, how your hormone status is, your breathing, your perspiration, your heartbeat, everything is conducted via our autonomous nervous system. So you don't have to decide, I want to be excited now. The triggers come, the hormones come, you're excited. So we can manipulate that, we can work with it, we can give the right triggers so that we have the right outcome. Of course, you can make yourself hysterical too. Just do a lot of Bastrika, breathing in the chest, no movement, please. And 20 minutes and you have your hysteria. Okay. So we want the opposite. We have enough stress. So today we emphasize the relaxation and the self-healing purposes. We want to teach the body that the constant stress has to be managed in a different way with relaxation and recovery. So the easiest way to do it is mechanically. It's just mechanically. You just give an input where you need it. That's why the vagal therapy, therapy with the vagus nerve, is used for depression, for epilepsy, for headaches, really strong migraines, for example, but also for post-traumatic stress disorders. All sorts of things that are extremely related to higher stress levels. It can be used like this. So modern medicine does it that way. You go get a small surgery and you get implanted a microchip into your belly, and the microchip will constantly trigger the vagus nerve and increase the parasympathetic, the regulating down properties. So it's an artificial way to bring more relaxation and better stress management into the body. In case you don't want to get chipped, then you can just do it by yourself, with the yogic techniques. And one technique that we're gonna do today, most of you know it, is there to, for once, to train our diaphragm. Our diaphragm is our main breathing muscle, but when we stop breathing in the belly, when we're never relaxed, the breath just shifts to the chest and giving us constant stress triggers. And over time, our beautiful muscle, it's here below the rib cage, it separates the thorax from the abdomen. It deteriorates. Yeah? It just gets weak and forgets that it's actually the most important breathing muscle. 80% of the breathing is performed by the diaphragm normally. So we have to really rebuild it. Yeah? In most people, it has become very weak. So it's a little bit muscle training. But most of all, when you breathe into the belly, yeah, I will explain what that means, because the belly does not really have lungs. When we breathe down there, then you do exactly the same thing that you do with a microchip there. Yeah? You bring a trigger to the vagus nerve, indicating, please relax. Yeah? It's all fine. Relax now. Healing time, recovery time, time to expand awareness. So it is a very advanced technique. The greatest yogis would practice this all their life, because you can, of course, train your diaphragm, you can regulate your autonomous nervous system, but you can go much deeper with the practice too. Yeah? You can use it really for expansion of awareness, because you learn how to observe your breath and refine the qualities of your breath. And in your breath, all your unconscious workings are mirrored. Yeah? Your breath speaks. All the small ripples, small pauses, yeah, we are completely unaware of during the day. But when you focus on the breath, then you will see more. Deeper you go, more you will see. So you can actually read your subconscious mind when you observe your breath. Not only you, of course, people who know, for some very good Ayurvedic doctors or some yogis, they just look at you and they can actually know almost everything about you, even more than yourself. So it is very much telling. And via this, you can not only release trauma, you can understand yourself, you can really use the capabilities of your mind and of your personality for creating a better life, but also you gain more and more power and more control over your autonomous nervous system. Yeah, people like Swami Rama, for example, he was so adapted, was really, wonderful yogi. He had developed siddhis, those so-called supernatural powers that yogis can develop. It's not super nature. Only nature is quite magical. Yes, quantum physics is quite magical. Okay, but it's not supernatural. He could stop not only his breath, but also his heartbeat by will. And this is really strong access to your subconscious mind, your autonomous nervous system. This is high control. So we're probably not doing that today. We focus today on the relaxation purpose. Because when we relax, what happens? Our brain waves change. I mentioned it before. We are in beta brain waves. For example, right now, I'm in beta brain waves, gladly not in very high beta brain waves, more low beta brain waves, but I'm a bit excited, I'm happy, and I'm active. But when we relax, then the alpha brain waves start to occur. And that means that our body changes, the circulation increases on the periphery, our inner organs start to cool down, which is very important for detoxification and healing. And our mind starts to open up. The outer world withdraws more and more and more, and the inner world becomes more prominent. And this is very important for any spiritual practice, whether you do pranayama, whether you do asanas, yoga nidra, or you really want to meditate. A good preparation will give you a much better experience. So I use this technique also as a preparation, either for further pranayama, or for yoga nidra, or for meditation. So you don't sit and struggle with your beta brainwaves, thinking things. That you sit and you're already relaxed. And this is what we're going to do today. So for now, enough talking, I would say. I will shortly explain what we're going to do and how we're going to do it, but I will lead you through the whole process anyway.